nyoteire hinya wa muturire wakwa we niwe nyoteire. Welcome to AC Wakago YouTube channel. As always, this is where we inspire, we inform, and we also encourage people. Once you join in, let me know you are here by typing down below present, and then we can talk. Today is Saturday. You know what we do on Saturday. We catch up, we talk about many things, but on our today's video today, I want us to talk about visa application. I know you all know that it's been a pain to apply for the US Embassy. I mean, to apply for appointment at the US Embassy for a visa interview. Good news is there is no more waiting time. Thank you, Deborah. There is no more waiting time at the embassy. And sad enough, we've been thinking the waiting was because there was a backlog since 2020, that is during COVID, which is not true. Let me tell you, people are overworking themselves. If people can manage to go to the website and reserve spots for interview, yet they are not intending to go for interviews. They're just doing that so that they can sell the slots to other people who are trying to book for interviews. For example, let's say someone goes in there and reserves like 100 spots. At the embassy, they book the dates, like 100 dates. So they won't be attending to the interviews. All they're doing is that they're holding these spots so that they can sell them to other individuals who are seriously looking for appointment dates. Now, the good thing is that they came to realize something is really wrong. Something has been going on. Something wrong has been going on. And now, you cannot do that anymore. So if you're booking an interview, you have to fill the DS-160. Like you have to go all the way in order to get the slot. And you have to get the confirmation number. And the number has to match. So there is no longer gonna be a waiting time at the embassy, which is so good. Imagine the whole of the last 3 years, it's been so hectic to get an appointment with the embassy. Like you have to keep on going back and checking if there is anyone who dropped their appointment date, and then you reapply the date. It was crazier to a point whereby you had to wait for like a whole year to get an appointment date with the embassy. But right now, you can get an appointment because if you book, you cannot wait more than, there won't be more than 14 days wait time or a month. So this is good news because now people can at least schedule appointments and be able to go and see if they do get or they do qualify to get a visa. Somehow, this is so disturbing to see that people can creep in and do their crazy stuff like holding spots to sell to other individuals, whereby you're not supposed to get or to buy any spot. But because of the hunger that people have, because of the desperation that people have, sometimes you do things. People know that a lot of people are very much interested in coming to the US in whatever means, and they make it a business, not because it is approved by the American embassy, but because people know people are very much interested and they can make it a business. Even though that money doesn't go to the US embassy offices, it goes to people's pockets. But this is what I tell you always, always, always. And hear me, guys. I feel like crying when I see a person crying that they were conned some money by people or a company that posed as a US agency to bring you to America. And I keep on telling guys, nobody can bring you to America. Why? Because if there is anyone who can bring you to America, then the anyone who is lying to you they can bring you to America, they should attend to the interview as you. If you still gonna be the one who gonna be attending that interview, which is required in order for you to get the visa, and the visa is the ticket to America. It is not an invitation letter. It is not a host who can write the best invitation letter to you. You're still gonna have to appear before the embassy. When I see people crying in social media, like the other day I saw a gentleman who is very young, and sorry to him that he had to go through whatever he went through. He was crying because he had come up with so much money. Thank you so much, Vincent. He had come up with so much money to pay an agency that lied to him that they can take him to Canada. But the agency was muitu. It was fake. It was a scam. My friend, before you pay that money to that agency, can you make sure you do your due diligence? If you still have to be the one to appear at the embassy of Canada, of Australia, of America, of UK, ask yourself, then why am I paying this fee? Why am I paying them this much money? Let me tell you the truth. You do not need any agency between you and the US. No agency is required between you and the US. It is a scam, a big scam. Hear this from me. You can go online on Google, US Embassy, from wherever you are from, whether you are from whether you are from South Africa, Tanzania, Uganda, wherever you come from. You and the American embassy doesn't require any broker. They are brokers. They are liars. They are scammers. You just go there and do your thing there. If you want to come to America, you need to apply for a visa interview. Whether you know 1,000 people in America, or you know one person, or you don't know anybody in America, you still need a visa. You still need to appear for a visa interview. If I write to you today an invitation letter, and I even say I'm gonna be your sponsor, you still need to go to do what we call a visa interview. You getting a visa, I don't come in anywhere, whether I'm a citizen or not, whether my husband is a police officer here in America or not. It's still gonna be the decision of the embassy to endorse your visa or to say no. Guys, you just have to wake up. Wake up. Stop being too desperate to not care about you losing money. Imagine you're looking for a greener pasture, and then you waste what you already got in the process of, or in the endeavors of trying to come to America through the wrong method. Even green card people have to go for visas. Who are you to not appear at the US embassy? If someone tells you they are taking people to America or to Canada, ask yourself, why am I paying them this much? If Canada is that good, why are they not going there themselves? Why have they not brought or taken all their clan? Ask them, is your grandmother there? Are your cousins all there? If they're not there, why are they taking you? Why are they interested in taking you and not their relatives? Ask yourself, guys. Let's go through the questions. Any questions? And please don't ask me. Don't ask me if you don't have passport, if you can still fill the DS-260. How now? How? It is a requirement when you are filling up the DS-260 after winning green card to send the first page of your passport as you are filling the DS-260. Guys, I have taught this for over 3 years. I expect people to now have the basic knowledge of what you need after winning green card. Even though having a passport wasn't a requirement when you are applying, it is a requirement when you are filling the DS-260. Please do not also ask me if your family members need a passport for the DS-260. Yes, they do. Because there is nowhere you can go without a passport. And the minute you win green card, it means that you are now in the process of crossing over to America. How are you gonna cross over to America without a passport? How? Utakujaje na kitambulisho? It's not even possible. Some questions are very basic because we have had these classes ever since 2021 when I started YouTube. I've been teaching you guys basics to have after winning green card. Number 3 thing, let me educate you here a little bit. When you win green card, you cannot rely with people to fundraise for you for the for the medical money, for the interview money. People will be willing to come through for you after you get the visa, because nobody wanna be contributing for you to go and try if you're gonna get visa. You don't even know if you're gonna get visa. You're not even supposed to announce anything until you get the visa. Why are you building those WhatsApp groups to fundraise money for the medical or fundraise money for the visa? What will happen if you don't get the visa? Do you know the amount of insults that people will throw at you when you don't get the visa? If I was to be asked to give my suggestion, I would just say, please do anything you can do to come up with the interview money, with the medical money, and then build or construct a WhatsApp group to fundraise for the air tickets. Before then, stop involving people, because they will drain you emotionally when you don't get that visa, and they will say, oh, she was just conning us, she wasn't going anywhere. Guys, even when you are asking people to support you to get the air ticket, they still talk trash. High blood pressure, trying to listen to people's insults, people telling you to give back their money because you are conning them. My friend, you don't know what it means when you involve people in your business and you fail. People only want to be called by you when you are winning. But when you are losing, you will hear every single word. They will say anything. I'm here to answer your questions. I'm here to take your questions. And those asking me my skincare routine, just eat healthy. Avoid wheat, avoid rice, avoid beans, avoid cereals, because cereals were meant for animals, not human beings. If you want a skin that is flawless, like mine, I don't have any makeup. If you want to glow, please avoid carbs. No human needs carbs in their diet. Nobody. You can survive without carbs and your skin will glow. No amount of detox will cleanse your health system, or your gut system, like you can do when you eat healthy. So just eat healthy. Go into carnivorous diet. Do vegetables. Don't overcook vegetables. Do meat, a lot of meat, and do meat with fat, so that you can get your calories from fats and not grains. Drink enough water. Don't overdrink water. You don't need to keep on drinking water even when you don't need it. You're gonna become dehydrated by going to the bathroom. I'm giving you tips. Eat a lot of eggs every day. Let me give you a story on that note, since you don't have questions. I used to be iron deficient, as old as I know myself. This should have been a topic by itself. I used to go to the hospital, do my labs, but then I used to be an iron deficient person. I have done like 4+ infusions, not infusions. Infusions are countless. I have done countless. I have done 4+ blood what? What do we call it? Blood what? Guy, moti Davie. What do we call it? Blood what? Blood what? When they add you blood. What do we call it? Guy, memory. I have done a lot of blood transfusion. Since I came to America, I have done 4 blood transfusions. Why? I couldn't keep off wheat. Wheat has so much damage in your body. Guys, hear me oh. Please avoid wheat as much as you can. Every bit of wheat. I saw that Kenya was trying to raise the price of bread, and people were going crazy online saying that it is not true bread can cause cancer. That is processed wheat. It causes cancer. It does. Avoid wheat. Avoid rice. Rice is processed as well. Avoid, for the Kenyan community in America, there is this ugali flour called farina. Farina is made of wheat, not corn. Avoid any corn flour. Avoid kafagara by any means. That is overprocessed and bleached. It is bleached flour. Avoid it. It cannot do you any good. The whiter the ugali, the more danger it carries. Please be intentional about your health. Today, as I speak, and I'm now approaching my 40s. I'm approaching the age of 40. I know it doesn't sound true. It is very true. I am no longer iron deficient. The first time I heard my doctor tell me, you are not low on iron, I was like, huh? Me? And I'm like, let me remind you my name, because you might be looking at the wrong name. And he was like, yes, you are not low on iron. Did I take the iron medication? Nah. What did I do? I changed my diet and I stopped being iron deficient. I don't do wheat anymore. I don't do any carbs, even ugali, even rice. I don't do even doma. I don't do sweet potatoes. Doma is taro in Chinese. I don't do them. And my skin is glowing. My friend, I don't have any makeup. Zero. When you stop taking carbs, you stop becoming insulin intolerant. If you looked at me over here, I used to be dark, very dark. I'm no longer dark. Because whenever you see dark parts below your eyes, you are insulin intolerant. I know you don't believe this, but that is the truth. What you are trying, your kidneys are now very fat, and in the future, you are very prone to becoming diabetic. My friend, let us become intentional. Let us love ourselves so much such that we can keep off the food that was introduced to us. You don't need carbohydrates at all. No human needs carbohydrate from grains. You can survive without carbs, because when you eat fatty meats, you can get your energy from fatty meats. And that is what I've been doing. My iron is up there now. I have good levels of iron. I have good energy. My stomach is not bloated. I don't have a big stomach. Like people say, oh, I've been doing so a lot of going to the gym, and I've been doing intermittent fasting, but nothing changes. My friend, change your kitchen, change your diet. If you want a glowing skin, you don't need no organic products to apply on your skin. You can apply any products on your skin. You will grow. You're gonna get the glow by applying chemicals on your skin, but you are still sick in your body. You are sick. You are sick. The reason as to why so many people cannot do a diet that doesn't have carbs, it is because they are already addicted. Let me teach you something small. It is very hard to understand, but if you pay attention, you can understand. Every single minute you feed your system, naturally, the sugars go up. Any time the sugars go up, the system thinks about storing the excess. So, why people don't lose when they keep on eating like 4 times a day, 5 times a day? You don't need to eat that much. Give your gut a break. Let your blood sugars fall down. When you don't feed your body, your blood sugars go down. When the blood sugar goes down, you feel hungry. The body sends a signal to your brain, you need to eat. When you don't supplement the body with food, when you are hungry, what does the body do? The body has to eat what is already stored. And that is how you lose fat. And you become lean. You become healthy. Like Esi Wakago. People keep on saying, oh, I am too, you know, I have a toddler. I have a baby. I just got a baby. You do not need to have baby fat after 6 months. You can get rid of that fat. There is nothing like genetic fat. Nothing. You do not need to be fat. You are just ignoring the fact that you need to detox your body naturally without taking, I don't know, detox that make you go to the bathroom 24 times. Avoid those things. Whenever you take something that makes you to diarrhea so that you can lose weight, run away from that, because in the process of diarrheaing, you are losing something called electrolytes, and that can cause long-term problems that you will never recover from. Please, it can even cause you stroke. People joke a lot. When you do things blindly, when you do things without understanding the seriousness that comes with those things, applying products on your face so that you can, I don't know, draw away acne and things like that, please, what you need to do is to change your kitchen and everything will go away, including diabetes. There is nothing like diabetes when you can keep a clean kitchen. Do healthy keto diet. If you feel like it is so hard for you to keep off carbs, please just do some little piece of gouache, that is sweet potato, natural carbs. They are called complex carbs. Something that doesn't do so much harm. Keep off bread completely. In the morning, you don't need nothing in the morning, my friend. Just take warm water with some lemon or some salt or some okra infused, and not for the other purpose that I saw on social media the other day. Please, some things are just ignorance. And some people don't know the right information. In the morning, you do not need to eat nothing. What is carbs? Not carbs, carbs. Carbohydrates. You don't need to feed on beans. Beans are not proteins. You don't know the magic that can come with you changing your kitchen. High blood pressure. You do not even need to take any medication, any single pill for high blood pressure. Just change your kitchen and everything will change. Once upon a time, someone told me, Essie, if you want to lose your body weight, you need to stop eating chapati, You need to stop eating guashe. You need to stop eating rice. You need to stop eating ugali. Oh. Wait until they touched ugali. From the time I know myself, I love ugali with all my heart, my soul, and my everything. It is my babe. It is my everything. I cannot do without ugali. That is a point of an ignorant person who doesn't want to do adjustments that can heal their body. And as long as I know myself, 3 pancakes or 4 pancakes are for tasting. And then I sit down and eat like 4 more or 5 more. What was happening to my body? I wouldn't. My system stopped. It stopped absorbing iron. Being a woman and not absorbing iron, I don't think, I don't know if you can imagine what that means. And Essie used to be this person who is always very tired. Very tired. Why? Low iron. But when I changed my diet, and not too long ago, it was last year, sometimes last year, and I understood the nutrition, the right nutrition information. It changed my body, it changed my system. I started absorbing iron. I know you saw a video that I did last year going to do iron infusion. Why? Because my body for the longest wasn't absorbing iron. Why? The wheat I was taking, the rice I was taking, I'm not a big fan of rice, but I used to take a lot of wheat and a lot of ugali that was making, or I was doing a lot of sugars, because as you know, any carb is equals sugars. So I had insulin intolerance in my body. My system was clogged because I'm not even giving my gut a break. I'm eating like 4 times a day. And I'm like, you know what? I work a hard job. I cannot survive without eating. And I even remember asking someone, how can I even do 18 hours intermittent fasting? And I do a manual job. For those who don't know, I clean. I do a manual job. Cleaning work is hard. It is very physical. But I would give myself reasons as to why I should not stop eating. And I continued eating, but the more you eat, the more you become tired. I don't know if you know these guys. The more you eat, the more you become tired. The more you clog your gut, the more you clog. You know what? If you are healthy, your skin will say, look at me. My skin is very healthy and it can show you. I don't have any makeup. What I'm doing now, I'm trying to treat this stuff here. I got this when I was in class 7. And this could also be a result of insulin intolerance. For the longest, I did not admit that. But now that I know, I have admitted that eating, what you eat, can cause so many diseases, including arthritis, including high blood pressure, including diabetes. Things that you think can cause you sickness are the healthy things. And that is why the health system came up with some preachings, the wrong ones. Eggs can make you sick. Eggs can give you cholesterol. It is not true. That is not true. I've been feeding on eggs. I've been feeding on meat. I eat meat every single day. If I don't eat meat today, I'm going to eat it tomorrow. For the most of the days, I eat meat. I consume a lot of meat and fatty meat. Why? Because I realized the most healthy people, the athletes who run for our country, they were raised with milk, the milk that you are told is not good. But you can only consume milk which is coming directly from a cow, and not raw milk, and not even the boiled milk. Make kefir from milk. Also make some yogurt from milk, so that you can get the probiotics. Guys, you do not need to skip cheese. You do not need to skip butter. Healthy butter, that is organic butter. That's gonna make you glow and make you healthy. Avoid any processed wheat, avoid any processed sugar, avoid the white rice, the brown rice. And people don't know that whether brown or white, they contribute the same when it comes to your body. They're gonna be stored like the same thing. When you say you are taking brown rice or brown chapati because it contains fiber, fiber is not even absorbed in the body. Fiber will help you to poop nicely. Let's be honest. Fiber will only help you to poop nicely. It cannot be stored in the body. There is no human body that absorbs fiber. So, guys, let us be enlightened. Let us stop being ignorant. Understand that the system came to prepare or to establish a market for medication. They brought stuff into the market, eliminated the natural way that God wanted us to live and eat, so that they can now establish a good market for medication, so that you can become a customer. You can become a customer for high blood pressure medication. You can become a customer for insulin. You can become a customer for diabetes. Who wants that? We can live a healthy life if we want. Yes, you can take porridge with sorghum. Sorghum is a better substitute, but it is also a carbohydrate, but it is a complex one. Instead of you doing Weetabix in the morning or feeding your child on Weetabix in the morning, you would rather feed them porridge. It is a healthier choice, but they do not also need that. They do not need it for them to grow in a healthy way. When they lied to us that in order to have a balanced diet, you need carbs. Carbohydrates are not supposed to be in your diet. You can still get the energy you need from fatty meats. And when you consume like 4 eggs a day, nice and healthy eggs, you still gonna get your energy. And I'm giving you a good example with myself. I work a manual job. I have never felt like I don't have energy because I did not eat githeri, I did not eat rice, I did not eat gima. You do not need ugali. For what? What does it even provide you with? The only thing ugali gonna contribute into your body is sugar. It's gonna be stored as sugar. And when you say I stopped eating sugar when I was this and that, I no longer put my sugar in my tea. You're still taking sugar when you take ugali, when you take chapati, when you take mandazi, when you take samosa, when you take rice, pilau, you still taking sugar. When you take beans, when you take jahe, when you take yams, when you take cassava, when you take arrowroots, you are still taking sugar. When you take sweet potatoes, you're still taking sugar. I see men on Facebook trying to teach other men to be eating healthy breakfast, and they are teaching them to eat cassava. They are teaching them to eat yams. You still teaching the men to eat something that is destroying them. You are destroying their energy. That is not gonna do them any good. It's gonna make their insulin, their sugar level to be up. And with time, the reason as to why you see so many people when they grow older, they are now developing diseases like diabetes. Why? It is a long time thing. This is something that has been in your body for the longest because of the food that you are eating. We stopped even minding anymore. And you see people saying, I ate a 5-star breakfast. What is a 5-star breakfast when all you ate was processed meat in form of sausages, and then, I don't know, you ate hamburger. Nowadays, people think that in the third world countries, people think when you can afford pizza, you are now a very advanced person. My friend, it was better when you didn't even know pizza. It is even you are very much blessed when you cannot afford pizza. You don't need it at all. You do not need pizza. It won't do you any good. That is wheat, processed wheat, and what it's gonna add to your body is sugar, okay? The fact that when we were doing biology, most people did not understand how food is stored in your body. How food is stored in your body. We left it at, you need carbohydrates for energy. That is the most ignorant statement I've ever heard in history. You don't know how much you can do avoiding food for 18 hours. When you avoid food for 18 hours, you give your body a break and your blood sugars will go low. When your blood sugars goes down, your body desires to eat. Now that you're not gonna feed your body and it desires so much to eat, it's gonna go get food from the stored fats in your body. That is how you become lean. That is how you lose weight. But if you feel hungry and you feed your body, your blood sugars goes up and they keep on storing storing as fat. So people keep on saying, I have never had a history of losing weight no matter how much I try. No, you are doing it the wrong way. Wrong way. Imagine you can survive for 18 hours without food and you won't die. You might maybe faint the first day. You will thank yourself that you did it. You will thank God that you came across this post. If you can be fasting every single day for 18 hours and eating for 18 plus, that is 6 hours. 2, 4, yeah, 6 hours. 6 hours and you can eat 2 meals a day. That is from 12 p.m. Never ever sit down in the morning to eat. Never ever eat after 6 p.m. Don't drink anything. Don't snack. And see the magic that it's gonna do on your weight, on your skin. So many people, they waste a lot of money trying to get products that can replace their diet. You cannot fix your diet with products. Stop buying the detox. They lie to you. That is marketing a chemical. They are just doing business with your body. They first did business with your body by introducing foods that are messing up your health. And now they went back and produced products to lie to you that if you apply them, they're gonna improve your health. There is nothing you can apply on your skin that can work magic on your health. It's a lie. Anything that you put into your mouth goes down to your stomach. And that is how your body is built. So if someone tells you, now you need to go and buy a skincare that can make your skin smooth. I had also tried that. You are not foolish, because I have also tried that. It cannot work that way, because your body will feel, your bones will tell you. When you don't have a health body, it always communicates and it's gonna show up on your skin. Avoid stress, even as you do this. Live a life that you can stop trying to compete with the people. That is where so many people get their stress from. Appreciate life and love yourself so much, such that you can keep off carbs because they won't do you good in the future. So many people go to the gym, but they still have big bellies. Why? Because the gym cannot fix your diet. Diet is 80%, the gym is 20%. You can still go to the gym and get diabetes. Why?
They don't have a doorbell.
Because the gym cannot fix your diet. Sometimes it's very hard to stop eating some foods that you grew up thinking they are very good. Like telling a Luya guy to stop eating ugali, it might sound like an insult. Telling a Kikuyu person like me to stop eating githeri, it might sound like I'm crazy. But sometimes in order to get what you're looking for, you have to be realistic. You have to face the truth. You have to face the truth. Type of green vegetable available in the US. There are so many green vegetables here. I'm actually growing mine. I can show you in a little bit. I'm growing my veggies here. Let me show you, guys. Let me show you. There are so many vegetables here. We have cabbage. We have all forms of cabbage. We do have even the red cabbage. It's usually purple. I don't know why they call it. Red. So here are my kales. These are my kales here, guys. Here, this is a small kashamba, but trust me, this kashamba here can feed me for a day. This is the work of my dad, by the way. I'm not taking credit. So these are some tomato trees we are trying to grow, and we are protecting them from the sun. It's really hot here. Honey is not good. Honey is not good, Ajo, because honey has got what we call fructose sugar, which is very dangerous to your body. it is good to have the right information other than thinking. People were lied to. If you change from sugar to honey, you will be good. And people continued getting sick. Why? Because they were not told they are even adapting to the most dangerous sugar in the world. Honey is not good. And don't be lied to by anybody that you can eat bad and then take lemon juice. It's gonna cleanse the fat that you deposited in your body. No. This is my other garden. Guys, you can grow this in America. And actually I am contemplating on moving into the village and buying a shamba, and I'll be doing farming because I think I'm liking it so much. For the 2 seasons that I've been doing this, these are my spinach and onion over here. I'm growing onions. I just bought these at the store and then I planted them. If you can see, these spinach are doing so good. They are doing so good. So this is another shamba, and like I told you, and this is marenge, just for the. And if you want to eat marenge, pumpkins, they are complex carbs. You can still have some pumpkins on your diet. They are complex carbs with doma and gouache, but minimize your intake. Okay, so I also have these tomato trees here. They are doing so nice, and they are almost now, producing. If you can see over here, my dad is very, very active when it comes to farming. He has a passion, and I think I'm gonna get him a shamba here, and he can be planting. I am contemplating on doing that. So these were the seed beds that I was using, and they are all now gone into. So here are my cabbages. These cabbages, I planted them, they are just four. And I bought them from, I just wished I could have spaced them because they are growing too big. Oh yeah, Vincent, I will. These are my cabbages, and I have kales, more kales here. These were my seedlings for managu, and this is terere amaranath. I'm gonna transfer this to. I'm gonna plant it in between the whatever. So these are my kales. These are my kales. This spinach here was from last year. They re-sprouted after the snow. So this is my kales, and I also planted some onions, and I also did some amaranth. Like you can see, I have planted several in between. You can't be able to see them because of so here I got some waru potatoes. My dad is so creative. He came here. This is a tree that is already dry. It's a dried tree. And he came here, and around the tree, this is how you know you are a Kikuyu. Around the tree, Kikuyus with shambas, Kikuyus with the land. Around the tree, he became creative and planted these potatoes, that name. So he planted potatoes, and this is marege. This is pumpkin. So, and this is another one. These pumpkins took forever to sprout because the ground was still so wet or so cold for germination, but eventually they did. This as spinach. That's a pumpkin over there. Let me show you. Over there. This is the work of my dad. Like by 7 a.m. he's usually out here doing this. So this is another waru. Maybe they already have some kids. Please give us a layout. Yeah, I will. So this is another shamba. And these are the work of my dad. To be honest, I have a lot of greens this time round, and these are my other tomato trees. If you can see, I don't know if you can see well. You see they are already producing. They are almost now producing. They have the flowers and all that. This is my other shamba. As if that is not enough, let me show you guys. This time around, I have a lot of greens. So this is another very big shamba here. And he made all these shambas. I did not come up with this. He came and he was like, this land is idle. And then he came up with this. So this is gonna be the most biggest shamba over here, because it goes down all the way. Let me show you, and I'm inside it. So these are my youngest kales, and he is kind of like trying to give them some shade so that they can survive. Whatever you see on the shade is tomatoes, and then this is spinach, and it's mixed with some kales. These are the most youngest, and it is so big. This is gonna be the most biggest shamba that I will have, and God willing, if the harvest shows up, I will have plenty. I will have plenty to even share with people. So that is not all, guys. I still have, let us open my gate here. Let me look for the remote to open the gate. Yeah, there we go. So as if that is not enough, he made this. So I'm surrounded by little gardens here, and they are doing fantastic. And we thank God. One thing about the soil here, it's usually very nutritious. It's fertile. So these are his tomatoes. Yeah, he has planted like everywhere. He has made use of every single space. All right. So, yeah. That's all. So those people who are asking for a plate, I will show you how I fix my food, and then we can see. Please be intentional about your health. Please. Let me tell you something. It doesn't sound real until you get sick and you have to be taking medication every single day. Those people with type 2 diabetes, just know that it is reversible. It is reversible 150%. All you need to do is to change your kitchen, and everything else will be solved. Okay? Like my video, guys. Like my video. So yeah, that's all I wanted us to talk about, and we will keep on talking about diet. We will keep on talking about taking care of ourselves. If you don't have yourself, you don't have anything. If you cannot leave some foods that are toxic to your body, you don't love yourself. No amount of makeup will contribute to your beauty like how a good diet can. Imagine I don't like makeup because I am very much confident about my skin. Imagine how I feel good when I have 3 kids and I'm approaching age 40 and I don't have stomach hanging. Some people comfort themselves, they'll be like, oh, you better get used. We are the ones who are there. We are the ones available with stomachs. No, you don't need a stomach. You don't need a big belly. A big belly is a sign of something that is going wrong. It is a sign of something that is going wrong. So, me with 3 kids, I don't have a big belly. Why? Because I'm avoiding all the food that can give me a big belly. Why? Not just the big belly, but also being in good health. Never ignore the fact that you need to change your diet. You need to change your diet. We are in the most dangerous days. Avoid seed oil at all cost. Avoid the Rina, Elianto, I don't know. Vegetable oil was initially being made or produced or manufactured for machineries to lubricate parts of a machinery. And later, they kind of like oxidated vegetable oils and presented it as safe for human consumption. I told you, understand the system. The system was made to brainwash you so that they can lay a good foundation for the market for medication. So many people nowadays take medication. So many people say, every time I eat, I feel bloated. What does that tell you? Your gut is trying to communicate something. If you would want any help with the diet that you should follow, just inbox me in Facebook, Chicago, and be ready. Please don't inbox me if you know you are not ready to take the measures that are supposed to be taken. There is nothing like growing old wrinkly. It is because you are putting too much sugar in your body. That's why you get wrinkly. And people keep on asking, oh, why is she not growing old? She doesn't look the age. You cannot look the age because God wasn't creating you to glow with wrinkles. Some people, if you meet with them and they tell you they are in their 20s, you are like, wow, wow, wow. And you are that much ignorant about your health? Don't you see there is a problem? Stop eating chips or crisps, whatever you call them. Stop. Most of the fried potatoes that people eat are fried using seed oil, vegetable oil. Run away from vegetable oil. If you are making eggs, you can either use butter, that is butter, bluebird, butter. You have to buy organic butter and use it for cooking, or use tallow. You see the meat oil we used to hate? Yeah, use that one, or if you can be able to buy, what do we call it? Olive oil, cold pressed. And make sure it's not in a plastic bottle. Make sure the oil is in a glass bottle, okay? There's so many things that people need to know and avoid. Some people here in America, they say, when I tell them I don't do vegetable oil at all, they're like, what do you use? What would you use if you are cooking chapati? I'm like, I don't even cook chapati. I don't need chapati. On my menu, I don't need chapati. I buy chapati once in a while for my family, but not myself, once in a while. In my house, you cannot even find a bread. We don't do bread. And I'm trying to teach my kids because it is very hard for them. Anything called soda, run away from soda. That is like taking poison and put it in your mouth, swallowing poison. And some people say, oh, but you know, you don't take soda all the time, maybe three or 4 times a month. I'm like, if I told you this is poison and if you eat it, you're gonna die, would you try 3 times to see if you're gonna die? Would you try? You cannot do that. Stop being ignorant. Be very intentional when it comes to your health. Please, please. The world is changing. The world changed. We are no longer in the old world where we used to have natural food. They already did the thing to the food. That is why they introduced cereals in the morning. Cereal. What is cereal? A lot of sugar. Have you ever even taken the ingredients content or content of any food that you're gonna buy? Go at the back and read the content. Read the content, ingredients. Sometimes you cannot even pronounce the words. Why? Because they are chemicals that are not even supposed to be consumed by the human body. But what they do, why they do it? Yes, so that you can, over a time, you can become a customer. You can become a customer to the pharmacy. And that is what is happening. That is why very young people are becoming diabetic. Long time ago, we used to think the diabetes, the high blood pressure, they are diseases for old people. Not anymore. Not anymore. They are not diseases for old people. Now they are for anybody. Anybody. Even a newborn baby is being born with diabetes. Why? Because the mother fed the baby a lot of sugar when she was claiming to, I'm craving ice cream. And then she goes and gets ice cream 3 times a day. What are you feeding your unborn baby? Sugar, 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 processed sugar, and sugar again. And then what do you become? you get gestational diabetes. There is nothing like gestational diabetes. It is all caused by the diet. And then you bear a baby that is diabetic. Can you imagine? Because sometimes we don't tend to take action because we don't pay enough attention to what this means. Imagine getting birth. Imagine getting a baby that is diabetic and they have to start using insulin instantly from the time of birth up until you don't know when. Imagine how sad that is. We can avoid this. We can stop thinking that we have to live eating chapati in order for us to have a good life. Chapati is not a good life. It is a miserable life. When you boil rice and you serve it with beans, just know that you are eating carbs, nothing. Beans are no longer protein. They have never been. We were taught the wrong things. That is why we keep on falling sick, even when we think, when I eat a small amount of rice with beans, I'm doing myself a favor. You are not. You are eating carbs. Your plate is full of sugar. That is sugar. It's going to be stored as sugar. What happens next? You become sugar intolerant. You start getting so much, your skin starts breaking. And you start becoming like so dull and you don't shine. Your face don't shine because it's full of stress. Your skin is stressed because your body is not doing any good. Your system is clogged. You need a break, my friend. You need a break. And you need to understand nutrition. You need to understand how food is going to be stored in your body. When you eat jahe as a mushaire, after you get a baby, you are lied to, you have to eat all types of carbs so that the baby can get some milk to feed on. No. Who told you for you to produce milk, you have to eat carbs? That is not true. But we were brainwashed in a way such that you believe if you don't eat these carbs, the baby won't find anything to breastfeed. How is corn, mukimo jahe, how is jahe gonna transfer into milk? You can eat vegetables, you can eat fatty meats, and still produce enough milk and healthy milk for your baby and for your own body. That is how you get a baby. After 6 months, you don't have no baby weight because baby weight cannot last more than 6 months. You're supposed to shed that off. But do we, especially me being a Kikuyu, did I? No. Why? Because I overfed myself, thinking that for the baby to get enough milk, I have to eat 4 times a day. Your body system acts the way you teach it. If you teach your body to get food whenever you feel hungry, you're gonna eat 10 times. Some people are poor not because they are supposed to be poor, but because they eat too much. They spend a lot of money buying food because their body keeps on asking. Have you ever seen these women, and I don't mean to be rude, these women who are working somewhere, for example, you have a store somewhere for, you are selling clothes, but every single time a person passes by with what? These boiled eggs. Hey, give me 2. That is at 9 a.m. as soon as she opened that job. After 3 hours at 11 or at 12, another one passes with smokies and sausages. Hey, give me 3. Okay, after 2 hours, the same thing. She gonna ask for food as much as she sees someone passing. Does it mean that woman was needing that food? No, but her brain has been set that every time she sees food, she need to eat. That is how we keep on junking our bodies and making our bodies to clog and develop diseases. And then you are very young and you are doing high blood pressure. You are very young and you are struggling with iron like me. For the longest, I was struggling with iron. And my doctor was so much courageously telling me, you have to rely with iron infusion because your body doesn't absorb iron. And I kept on asking God, how did you create me with a body that cannot absorb iron? I prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed until I lost hope for praying. I am saying this with all due honesty. I stopped praying. And my friend would tell me, as you need to ask God for him to enable your body to start absorbing iron. And I would tell them frankly, because those people who know me, I am a straightforward person. I tell you as is. And I told them, I would tell them, I stopped praying about it. If God will think about it and see it is worth it to give me back my iron or to help my body to absorb iron, well and good. If he doesn't, well and good, but I'm not going to pray anymore. I have done 4 transfusions. 4 transfusions. Every year I would go back for a transfusion. And then my doctor told me, you cannot live with transfusions. We need to see how we can approach this in a different angle. And they injected me with a depot shot, whereby it was supposed to stop my periods because they were thinking I bleed too hard, which is true, and now I lose a lot of iron through bleeding. So when they injected me with depot shot, I have never done, I don't do any hormonal treatment because it can mess up very bad with me. They injected me with a depot shot. What did the depot shot do? It made me to bleed every single day, every other day, whenever, wherever, anytime I was bleeding, and so many other complications that came with it. So instead of stopping my periods, it made me to bleed like with just like that, just without no reason, without no date. What happened next? They figured out I cannot even do a depot shot. I am allergic to those, and I was left with no answer. Being in America with the best doctors, as they say, with the best medical system, but they could not figure out why I'm not absorbing iron and why I keep on losing iron every year. I have to go for infusion and transfusion. What followed? I was left alone with no answer, And then later in life, just last year, I said, I want to know if there is a way I can change my diet, and I start doing a diet that will help my body to absorb iron, because I know naturally I'm supposed to absorb iron like any other person. You cannot tell me that God created some people and selected few to have diabetes in life. You cannot tell me that. No. God is not that cruel. There is no way God created some people and separated some and dedicated them to hypertension. No. There must be something that you are doing that goes wrong with your system. And there is nothing like the diabetes is genetic. It is genetic. How? So you want to tell me God sat down, created me and my entire clan, and then he dedicated us to diabetes? Nah. You must figure out that there is something that the world is doing wrong, because the Bible says our own knowledge will finish us. It is through our own knowledge that will come to be finished. And I said, there is something I am missing in life. I changed a diet. I sat down with a person that was preaching about going into a healthy ketogenic diet. And I tested it. My body felt like a young kid. My friend, I felt like a teenager. I had so much energy. I could do so much work. Imagine me being a cleaner. I used to miss work because my body cannot carry me, because my iron is very low, because I cannot work. I'm already fatigued. 7 a.m. in the morning, I'm already tired. 6:30 a.m. in the morning, I am totally tired from bed. I am from bed, but I cannot go to work. In one occasion, I slept in my house for a whole week without working. And I wasn't pretending, but I couldn't go to work. My body couldn't even carry me to the car because I was so much low on iron. How many chapatis was I eating? Like 4. 1 in the morning or 2 in the morning, 2 in lunchtime, and maybe I would snack a half, and maybe in the evening, I would eat more. And I'm cooking chapati with jahe with plantain, smashed jahe with plantain. And I thought I was eating healthy. I didn't know the damage I was doing to my body. So this year, I have done 2 lab work. I've done lab work twice. And my doctor keeps on telling me, your iron is okay. And I'm like, do you know who you are addressing? You mean me? Mine? Like my iron? I'm like ILON? You mean iron? Oh my God, I've never heard that before. And that is when I realized that our ignorance will finish us. And I pray to God that God will open people's eyes and know that you are not entitled to diabetes. You are not entitled to hypertension. You are not entitled to that big belly you are carrying around and boasting like you want to show people that you have made it in life. Where? With a big belly, with so much fat around your kidneys. And then you will start having eyesight problems. And you think that you need eyeglasses. No, you don't need eyeglasses. You need to mend your diet. You need to change your diet and your eyesight will be good. I feel so good with this skin at almost 40. I'm approaching my 40. And I don't have to hide my skin with so many layers of foundation. I feel good. I feel so good. And I'm sorry to my skin for the days that I damaged it. I did the damage. And my gut and my body. The fact that I can wear any type of a dress because I don't have to hide my tummy. I have the right size of tummy. And I feel good when I eat good because I get the energy that I'm looking for. Trust you me, today, and I'm not comparing myself with men, but trust me you, today I can work so much work equivalent to how a man can work. Why? Because I don't get tired. Because I can handle strenuous jobs. Because my body is healthy. Not just going to the gym, but also working from inward, what you put into your body. Guys, like my video. 27 people like my video, please. So, guys, let us be very intentional about what we eat. Let me go through your comments. Meat is meat. I started with no eating meat 2019 till 20, tried fruits only. Let me talk about fruits. And if you joined this late, meat is healthy. Eggs are healthy. Please, do your research. Meat cannot make you sick. The athletes, Akina Kipchoge, and the rest that have kept world records on marathon, they were brought up eating meat and milk and animal products. That's how they can even run for so many hours without getting tired. Their body is fit from inside. Meat is healthy, 150% okay. Animal products are very healthy. That is what you need. You don't need the processed wheat. You need animal products. When God created the world and provided the animals, He wanted people to be eating animals and they can live a healthy life. People to be eating plants, but not grains. Grains were supposed to be feeding the cows. For example, corn is grown with hormones, GMOs, so that it can make the cows fat, so that it can make the animals fat. When you go for animal meat, especially living in diaspora, you need to go and look for grass-fed cows, grass-fed goats, grass-fed pigs, grass-fed, cage-free eggs and chicken. There is so much difference when you eat GMO cows, beef, and non-GMO. Nowadays, I pay so much money in groceries because I cannot eat GMO food anymore. That makes a very huge difference. You cannot transfer the GMOs into your body. It won't do you any good. People say organic food is expensive, and I tell them medication is very expensive. Going for a treatment is very expensive. So I would rather buy food and eat at peace than be buying medication to treat a body that I messed up by buying food that I thought was cheap and it had GMOs. Is it expensive lifestyle? Not as much, but yeah, but footing bills when you are sick is even more expensive, if you can think about it. You are very much lucky because some people can access healthy meat. So you can even, let me tell you, things are done because you want to do them. Until you make a decision to live a certain lifestyle, you will never afford it. You can go to the village, get a goat, if you are living in town, and slaughter it and cut it into pieces, put it in your freezer, and you can be getting meat from your freezer. Affordable meat. You don't have to go to the butchery every single evening if you cannot afford. You can go to the village, buy a goat, a whole goat, slaughter it, cut it into pieces, put it in your freezer, and you will live a healthy lifestyle. Go to the village, buy some eggs, buy some chicken, get them slaughtered, and make a budget for your entire month. We in diaspora are paying for this life because if you go organic, the organic stores are very, very expensive. Very expensive. Do we have a choice? No, because I don't want to go to the pharmacies looking for medication. It is the same thing. So let me enjoy my food in peace. Okay? So those saying eggs or animal products can make you sick, it's not true. Eat cheese. Eat yogurt. Plain yogurt with no flavors. Don't go for the strawberry. Don't go for the vanilla. Don't go for any other blueberry, blah, 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 blah. They are added sugars. Go for the plain yogurt. Eat blueberries as fruits. Eat strawberries. All the berries come with the nutrients that you would want to get from fruits. Okay? And these berries have got fiber. You don't need to eat fiber from apples. Some of these fruits, you think they are healthy. Fruits are not healthy. If you want to do fruits, do avocado, do all the berries. They are healthy. The rest is fructose. Stop eating bananas. If you can go Google how much sugar a single banana has, you will stop seeing banana as a banana and you will start seeing it as sugar, as dangerous. It is very dangerous. That is why people keep on saying, if you want to do a detox using just fruits and fruit juice. Please run away from fruit juices. Very dangerous sugar in them. So much added sugar in fruit juices. What are you doing? Can you detox using a chemical? Are you trying to detox using poison? Every single disease loves sugar. When you feed yourself with sugar, you are giving diseases a good environment to thrive. Guy, oh no, they are cutting grass. I have to move. So you're feeding your body with sugar, which is promoting diseases in your body. That is why you keep on falling sick. Not because umerogwa, nobody has bewitched you. Not because your whole family suffers the same disease. No. They suffer the same disease because they use the same food that you are eating that is causing you this. Guys, let us love ourselves. Let us eliminate this thing of it is genetic, it is generational. There is nothing like generational diseases. As much as we cannot have genetical wealth, simply because my uncle was wealthy, I genetically become wealthy. You cannot tell me that. The same way you're not supposed to tell me simply because my uncle had diabetes, I should have diabetes. That is a slogan that the health system uses to blind you so that you don't get out of that cage, and now you enter something called, we call it empathy zone. Empathy. You believe that you're supposed to have diabetes because your uncle had it. It is in the bloodstream. No, 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 no. You are not supposed to get diabetes because your mama has it. Your mama can actually reverse the diabetes. But she doesn't know how. She doesn't want to quit ugali. She doesn't want to quit chapati. She doesn't want to quit mchele. They say you can eat brown rice. And doctors who went to school can confidently tell you that you can quit eating white rice and substitute with brown. It is the same thing. You are just substituting one thing for the other. Equivalent. So let us learn what is clean nutrition. Eat eggs. You can eat even 6 eggs a day. It won't give you cholesterol. Actually, eggs lowers cholesterol. Eggs actually lowers cholesterol. If you can get good kienyeji eggs, organic eggs, eat up to 6 a day. It won't do you no harm. You'll be the most healthy person. Let me tell you my own story. I used to visit the hospital more than the doctors who works there visit the hospital. If you know what that means. And I'm not telling you about tales of Abunuasi. This is true. I used to go to hospital every single week. Why? I am aching, my joints are aching, my whole body is aching, and then they do all the tests. Nothing is wrong with me. Nothing. And I just came to realize that the reason as to why I was feeling weak, I was feeling, I used to have a lot of complications. Let me tell you that. And to make this short, or to summarize it, since I came to America, after I landed, the second week I was in hospital. And that is where my hospital bills in America started. And I accumulated so much bills in hospital bills. Why? My body was telling me something that I was ignoring. Please, guys, just know that you hold your health. Let the doctors not tell you not to eat meat. It brings gout. How? How? Meat doesn't bring no gout. Actually, the fastest food that a body can digest is meat. And it cannot give you no gout. Eggs contain a lot of nutrients. It is the most nutritious food that you will ever eat in history. Eat as many eggs as you can. Make sure they are for chickens or for cage free, not broilers, not this food, not these chickens that are fed this food with GMO to make them big. If you want to eat meat, just go to the village, buy some meat there, buy some chicken, buy some beef, come put it in your refrigerator, and stop saying there are no means to sustain that lifestyle, because you will find means to sustain a lifestyle whereby you have to buy medication. For those people who are going through diabetes, I know you know how hard it is to maintain the lifestyle. I know you know how insulin is expensive. I know you know how much you suffer to come up with the insulin medication. Please pay attention to what you eat. Purpose to eat healthy. Make sure you are not addicted to wheat, addicted to rice, pilau, addicted to samosas. Samosas contains wheat. Reduce that. You can still eat good food and enjoy your food without carbohydrates, because they contribute 99 or 100% to the sugar levels or the glucose in your body. Later in life, that catches up with you. That catches up with you. Something called cancer, arthritis, high blood pressure, diabetes, all these funny diseases, they enjoy when you feed them with sugar. Anytime you put that ice cream in your mouth, just know that you are feeding diseases. And they are very much enjoying it. They are enjoying it. The reason as to why you need to stop sugar is to make sure that you're starving the diseases that might arise or thrive in your body simply because of a sugar environment. I didn't know this, but now I do. You would wonder when I go somewhere in a restaurant and all I ask is a steak. I eat meat and vegetables, nothing else. And I cannot even salivate for fries, no matter how good they look. I don't. Yeah, you can detox with veggies, spinach, kale, cabbage, and carrots. But when you are doing detox or when you are doing intermittent fasting, make sure that you are eating a balanced diet. And a balanced diet doesn't include carbs at all. It doesn't. If you eat fatty meats, it will hold into your stomach for the longest. Okay? Stop being lied to. You have to eat, you know, for men to have energy, for men to have good libido. They need to eat this doma. They need to eat aloe roots. They need to eat a good portion of ugali. It's a lie. Eat fish, eat any type of meat, but avoid carbs with every means. Every means. Thank you, Lizzie. The berries are goals. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, Gracie. Yeah, anybody can cut their weight. Or if you are very desperate about losing weight, hit my inbox for free. for free. Hit my inbox. I will show you how to lose weight if you have decided. The decision is yours. Mine is to just guide you. But trust you me. Trust you me. There is nobody on earth who cannot lose weight. Nobody was created with a belly this size. No. Nobody has a belly that is this size. No. At your diageo, you are walking like this and you are so much comfortable. No. You cannot be carrying diseases around. You need to live as many years as God intended you to live. Stop suicide. Stop suicide. When you eat bad, you are taking suicide. That is suicide. You should count it as suicide. And stop saying, in our family, it runs in our family. What runs in your family? What? You want to tell me your grandfather was so wealthy and you are poor, but you just took over your grandfather's diabetes, but you did not take over his wealth? Like, are you serious? Are you even serious? Nothing like generational diabetes. Nothing like generational high blood pressure. There is nothing like generational depression. There is nothing. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? You cannot tell me in my family stream, we kind of like lose, we fall into depression. It is something that runs in our family stream, in my generation. But in the same family stream, there used to be very wealthy people, but I did not acquire that. I only acquired the high blood pressure. I only acquired depression. I only acquired diabetes. The devil cannot be blinding us with this. Guys, we have to rise above that and understand that God wishes us good health. But we have to stop abusing what the devil came up with to come and ruin our health. You have to take control of your health and say no to the wheat, no to the rice, no to any form of carb that can lead me diabetic. Yeah? Some people are very comfortable. Have you ever not heard people saying, in their family stream, people run mad. People run mad in their family stream. It is something that is in their family. There is nothing like that. People run mad, but they run mad, but they don't run rich. And it is still in their family stream. No, we have to overcome these guys. We have to be more educated than just going to the school, than just going to a doctor and listening to a doctor telling you lies when you know for real, you can control your diabetes, but they want you to go and start buying those diabetes medication. I'm not saying you stop instantly because this is gonna be a process, but eventually you're gonna stop taking diabetes type 2 medication because it's reversible 150%. Okay? But you have to still be taking the medication up until the time you will regulate your blood glucose, which is very possible. All you need to do is to change your kitchen. That's all. There are some people also who have like hormonal diseases like fibroids and the sort. All you need to do, it is not generational, just work on your kitchen and they will go off. They will go off because it is all about hormonal imbalance. Thank you from Turkana. Turkana people, how are you? So, let us move out of this cage that Satan put us in to accept diseases that don't belong to us. Like I said, do you want to tell me God created some people and dedicated them to diabetes so that you can keep on saying it is in their family? Seriously? Like seriously? God created some families and dedicated hypertension to be their portion. Just like that. To be an example of hypertension. That is what you want to tell me. It is a lie. God created some people to be fighting weight, a weight that doesn't go. In that family, God wanted them to be overweight. Hey. Guy. They were created for that. That is not true. There is nothing like a God that works like that. God is a God of justice. And whatever he gave to the healthy people, he gave to you. The only difference is what you eat and how your body reacts. all our bodies are not the same. Some bodies can take as much glucose and yours cannot tolerate it. That is how you become what? Even your pancreas stops functioning. It starts dying because it's so much clogged. So much clogged. And when you go to the hospital, what does the doctor tell you? Oh, you know, type 1 diabetes is not usually caused by anything. It is not even genetic. Type 1 diabetic, it's kind of like an autoimmune disease. So you will have to rely with insulin for the rest of your life. And you are there listening to those lies and your brain gets crazy and you are like, oh my God, I am now doomed for life. But what the doctor does not tell you is that any autoimmune disease is supposed to be treated using what? Any autoimmune disease is supposed to be treated using, what do we call it? Guy, I'm forgetting. It's supposed to be treated using steroids. Steroids. Any autoimmune disease is supposed to be treated using steroid. But do they treat type 1 diabetes with steroid? No. What do they give you right away? They give you insulin. When you question the doctor, why are you treating type 1 diabetes with using insulin instead of using steroid to treat it? The doctor says, it's because by the time we get it, by the time we get the high blood, the type 1 diabetes, it has advanced so much beyond where it can be treated using steroid. What does that tell you? And then you ask the same doctor a question. So, how do you test to know that the pancreas cells are not working? Is there a way you can test to prove to me that only 10% of the cells are working? What does the doctor answer? Oh, we have never found a way. There is no way yet to test the pancreas is only having 10% of the cells working. So you ask the doctor, and how do you come up with its 10%? No, we assume by the time we get the type 1 diabetes, the pancreas cells remaining is only 10%. Does that give you a clear scientific rule out or a clear scientific evidence that indeed your pancreas is dead? Indeed, your pancreas is not producing more than, 10% of its work. It's not even doing more than 10% of its work. So in this world, we have to challenge the medical world because the medical world came to establish a good market for drugs, nothing else. When you see a doctor, they went through school and they were taught what the system wanted them to learn. They were only fed with what can support the world of the drug world. We keep on buying meds. We keep on getting those insulin. We keep on getting the diabetes medication because we cannot survive without diabetes. But what they don't tell you is that if you're diabetic type 2, you only need maybe a month or 2 months and you will correct your sugars. Because type 2 diabetes, it's that the pancreas is producing insulin, but the insulin is not being let through your kidneys. Your kidneys kind of like not absorbing. It's not absorbing the glucose. The insulin, which is supposed to transport glucose to the cells. So, Adawagai, we have to be wiser than Kohonoka. And even as we listen to these doctors, we have to challenge them. Because they might know what the system taught them, but we must be willing to dig deeper and take control of our health other than just rely with the doctors who went through an education that the system set to be able to establish a market for drugs. Hello? If it takes you to grow spinach like I am doing here, to make sure that half of what you take, you are 100% sure it's organic, please go for that. Please go for that. Nobody is in this world to help you when you cannot be a business to them. So Be cautious. Take care of yourself. Eat healthy. Avoid any single processed food. Avoid any single processed meat. You would rather eat motura, the traditional sausage. You would rather eat that. It is 157% safe than you going to take smokies, than you going to take sausages, because they are processed. The traditional sausage is something that doesn't even have chemicals. The much it has is onions. You see? Stop eating dangu. Stop consuming them in large quantities. That is sugar. For the longest, we didn't know what this food deposits in our body. But now that you know, like my video guys, now that you know, please take care of yourself. You were not born to be fighting with shapeless body. No, you have a shape. But the fat that is being deposited around your body is what is making you shapeless. You are very beautiful. You have the best shape in the world. You can get the most confidence in the world if you can be sure that you are taking care of yourself first. Before you go to get the slimming tea, ask yourself, what chemicals are in the slimming tea that I'm taking so that I can lose weight? Why don't you understand that it is not the slimming tea that is supposed to work for you, because the slimming tea will make you to go to the bathroom 24 times a day, or maybe even have to camp in the bathroom so that you can diarrhea, even all the sins that you have made. All the sins you have committed for the entire year in the bathroom through diarrheaing. Please, be aware that when you are diarrheaing, you are also losing other important nutrients from your body. You are driving out the good and the bad. What does that do to you in the long term? It's gonna make your body weak. It's gonna affect you in a long-term way. The chemical is not just washing your body, it is also depositing those chemicals into you. And you getting some of these chemicals out of your body, it's gonna take a long time, and it can affect you, affect your organs, and then you will find that you got sick. And the reason as to why you got sick is because you intoxicated your organs, trying to use shortcuts. Because you wanna eat wheat, you wanna take a beer, you wanna take alcohol as you want. Alcohol is wheat, alcohol is sugar. It's gonna be promoting sugar in your body. That's why you see so many people who take a lot of alcohol. Eventually, even their kidneys fail. Why? You clogged it. You made your kidney to be so much fat, such that it cannot even, it just goes into a malfunction state. And then you start saying, Nekerumi, I was bewitched. They bewitched my son. He just fell. And when we took him to hospital, the doctor said the kidneys were actually displaced. You did that. You did that. Sometimes because we don't know, but that is why I am here, and so many other people are out there teaching you how to live a healthy lifestyle. And you will find that when you clean your body, you clean your mind, you are strong physically, you are strong spiritually, you become more beautiful and attractive when you are living a healthy lifestyle. And even without nobody approving you, you know you look good. You know you look good. And with confidence, you can even drive, or you can even fly an aircraft without no single background or training. If you know, you know. And then for men, they will have a lot of the praised libido they talk about. You cannot get that from carbs. That is when you are, sometimes men say, oh, I got a muscle pool. And he's talking about a muscle pool at the middle of the career. How can you get a muscle pool at the middle? How are we gonna recover from that mess? Seriously, muscle pool at the middle of a career, guy. Yeah. So guys, that was it. I am so happy that you are here. to keep me company and to listen to that. It is very important information. Please, guys, take care of your body, take care of your spiritual being, take care of your physical as well, because our body, a person is made of three: body, mind, and soul. Please take care of your body. Don't feed your body with junk. Take care of your mind. Please stop being depressed. Stop being stressed. There are so many ways to remain relaxed. First of all, live your life. The best way to avoid stress, remain on your lane, on your level. Don't take a life that you cannot foot. If you cannot finance a life, that is not your life. And chill down, chill out. Because when God, sometimes in life, we have to go through levels. Be contented with the level you are in as you try harder. But never ever elevate yourself into a level that's gonna choke you, that's gonna suffocate you, trying to finance it. That is one way of avoiding stress. Let me tell you a story of mine. I live in America. And as I live in America, let me show you this today. It's unusual. You see, this big black car here, I bought it a year ago. This other car, I bought it when I was trying to look for this, a bigger car or a reliable car. So, these two cars, this is a 2018 car, the black one, and this one is a 2008 or 9, I can't tell. This is a Toyota Camry, and this one is it's called a Dodge Grand Caravan. It's a 7-seater. One thing I decided to do in America, I can get a very nice car. A very nice car. Very nice one. And let me show you around here, and you just look around and see the type of cars that are surrounding me. That's a Jeep. That's a Chevy. So every person has their own choices of cars. But one thing I said when I came to America, I know I can get a very good car note, or maybe I can even buy one, because I don't do car loans. It's not necessary in my life. And simply because it's not necessary in my life doesn't mean it's not necessary to someone else. Maybe some people consider it as a value. To me, it's not a value to have a loan on a car. I would rather save and buy. So this car, my black car, is there. This black car is there because I use it for work, and it needs some cleaning actually. And the little car, I was using it, a 2008. Just imagine, a 2008 car. But I only bought it because I wanted to get a big car, but I couldn't get it at the moment. So I bought the Toyota. It's the Toyota Camry to be helping me to go to work. Right now, I want to sell the Toyota Camry over here. I'm going to sell it. And I'm going to be left with this car, because this can serve both purposes. It can be a family car if I want to go somewhere, and it can also be a job car. So, the reason as to why I'm giving this story, you got to know your lanes. This Dodge here is not an expensive car, but it can serve my purpose. I can buy a bigger car. I can buy a Lexus. I can take a Mercedes-Benz or any other car that is known for, you know, for like these luxurious cars. But am I in that level yet? The money I have, should all of it go into a car so that I can prove to people I can afford it? It's a no. I'm not into that level yet, because simply because you can afford something doesn't mean you go for it, because there are other things that should be combined in order for you to rule out that I can afford this life. Me today, I bought this car a year ago, and I bought it cash. None of the cars has any loan. So that is how you figure out what life cannot choke you. But if you want to compete with people and you don't know how much they make, you don't know where they get their money, then that brings you stress. If you want to relax, if you want to live a stress-free life, please only live the life that you can finance. Whenever I'm driving my car, I know I own it. If I do an accident, God forbid, no bank will come to pick the car and I'll be left without a car, because it belongs to the bank as much as you own any money. If you owe any money on any car, it belongs to the owner or the bank. Okay? So, I need that peace of mind. That promotes my peace. So first of all, know where you are in life. Align your finances with where you are in life. Stop being above your finances. You cannot do that. You're gonna die. It's gonna make you die sooner than God intended you to live. And then you keep on saying, oh, that was an early death. Oh, she hanged herself. She took suicide. Why did you take suicide? Because life was giving you so much pressure than you can handle. It is not like we don't have pressure in life. We do. What we do is that we have balanced everything so we can deal with everything as it comes. Some of us have gone through fire. Here in America, being in America doesn't exclude you from having stress. It still comes. But having a balanced life will create a room to deal with the pressures of life as they arrive. Okay? And that has been my principle. If I need something, I have to work and afford that thing. If I cannot afford it, I do not have to have it. It's not a matter of life and death. Okay? So, let us work on our body, mind, and soul. Let us also understand that simply because you can afford something, you don't necessarily need it. Only deal with things that you need in life and ignore everything that comes in life as a luxury if you are not yet there. This weekend gonna be a very long weekend because it's a memorial holiday on Monday. And yesterday I thought about I didn't know it was a long holiday, and since I won't be working on Monday, why don't I take a trip to somewhere? And then I sat myself down and I was like, Essie, think about that again. I like budgeting for everything, but the long weekend, sometimes being a mother and a single mother, I am surrounded by so much and so many responsibilities. Sometimes I like taking off, being somewhere in a new environment, just to wind up, just to rejuvenate, just to get like a new thrill, and extraordinary, to just be in an extraordinary environment, to be away from my kids, not because I hate them, but because I need a break to be with myself, or to be in a new environment that can just take my mind away from the usual or the normal. But then I was like, remember, last month wasn't a very good month in terms of business. So this month, you need at least to compensate for what you did not make for last month. So it is not the right time to take a trip. And I was like, yeah, it is not the right time to take a trip because last month was a slow month, and this month has been good. I need to compensate for that. So know yourself, know where you are, know where you are heading, and do your things according to your race. Please don't be in anyone else's race. Just run your own race. We all in different races. We all in different levels in life, and nobody is living a life that is a copy-paste of another one. We all have different challenges. We all have different incomes. We all have different everything. We all have different types of kids. Some kids are very obedient. Some kids are giving you headache. They are not like your friends. So don't even compare your kids with anybody else's. Whether they are disobedient or not, they are your own kids. Deal with them with the patience they require, with the grace that you all have. Like my video, guys. 34 people, I only see 24 likes. There is a deficiency of 10. Deficit of 10. Guys, I love you so much. Subscribe to my YouTube if you are watching this and you're not a subscriber. Please subscribe if you're watching and you're not a subscriber. I'll see you tomorrow in my next live video. And I'm so much thankful that today you were able to learn something. If you learned something on this video, comment below and say healthy living. Just type below healthy living if you learned something about your health. And I'm going to work with you. I'm not going to charge you anything. It's free. Because in this life, all I want to be remembered with is I changed someone else's life. Positively. Positively. Not heartbreaking men's heart. That one too, yeah, but positively. Thank you, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, I love you so much. And please subscribe and see you on my next video. All right.